Well, good morning once again. We are at Chula Vista Resort and Water Park. The 2016 BCAPL Wisconsin State Championship. I'm Gennaro Vasquez. Ricky Bryant joins me in the booth now. We have a men's gold match coming up between Mike Page and Ron Dobosenski. Ron racing to 7, Mike racing to 5. The FargoRate system being used for the purposes of this tournament, and Ricky, we have talked about it, we've touched on it, but really comprehensive kind of system in order to try to bring about the fair sense of play, in that it's not you have a rating coming into the tournament, but your rating for each match, your race, can change depending on who you're playing and sort of how you match up against that person. Ricky's going to make a call down on the table here, so he's going to leave me be here for a moment. This is Ron who's going to break. So this is for the hot seat in the men's gold division. 13 ball, 13 ball kind of goes around both cushions of that corner pocket, but he is denied a ball on the break. Men's hot seat they're playing for. Either set of balls can be run here, looks like. Doesn't have a pretty good shot at a stripe, I guess. He can shoot the 11 ball. My guess is he's going to elect to take solids. Which he does. The only solid ball at the only reason why stripes, I thought maybe for a moment might be considered, is because the 8 ball is kind of wedged between two stripes. Goes in the side pocket pretty easily though, and he does have balls in the vicinity to kind of help navigate his way to that 8 ball. Well, the 2 ball is going to be his key ball here. He's going to try to, if he absolutely can, he's going to try to save that 2 ball for his key ball to get to the 8 ball. Could also use the 3 ball though if he really wanted to. He's fallen a little. I think he wanted the 3 ball there, but he's fallen a little funny on it. So he may go ahead and decide to shoot this 2 ball now. That would probably be the most natural key ball, but he didn't like the shot he was left with there. Now he's going to use the 3 ball to go down table. Maybe looks like he's pretty much left himself 1 shot, and that's a 7 in the side. Well, he can go forward just a little bit and leave himself with a 1 in the other corner. He does leave himself an angle. He can draw out of this. He can go forward 1, come back 1 rail. He wants that 5 ball pretty straight into that corner pocket where the 11 is, if he can. Because he's falling a little funny for shape for the 8 ball here. Kind of leaning the wrong way.
Almost have to go across and back across to get back on the 8, didn't he?
Well, he's going to draw the ever-loving daylights out of this ball and try to get back up on the high side of that 8.
Oh, me.
Yeah, he fell on the wrong side of that ball, Ricky, and so he had to try to create an angle that wasn't there.
Yep.
And
with the draw, he ended up going off in the side pocket on the other side.
Yeah. Well, Ron says, thank you very much, Mr. Page, for the opportunity at the table here. And he comes in with ball in hand. He does have a full table of balls, but none of them are really in what you would probably consider trouble position. And any that Ron doesn't like, he's able to pick off right now. No such thing as a sure thing. We'll see how it plays out, though. Going to play the 10 ball that's on the high side of this 8 ball. That's the 14 ball on the side here. I'll probably try to spin it up and play this 11 ball next. Go to the top rail and spin the ball a little bit so it comes back to the left half of this table. Men's gold division. You see Ron has a 51% to 49% advantage, even though the race is a little bit more pronounced. A race to 7 for Ron, a race to 5 for Mike. Ron has just increased his odds here by pocketing that 8 ball. Well, this is table 1 at the Chula Vista Resort and Water Parks here, Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin. It's the Wisconsin State Championships. I'm Gennaro Vasquez. Ricky Bryant is in the booth as well. The FargoRate system in play, and the man, one of the key men in implementing that system and devising it, is racking the balls right now. Mike Page, owner and proprietor of Fargo Billiards in the Fargo Moorhead area.
And we're now down to a 6-5 race with Ron winning the first one.
Well, Ricky, with players that play as good as these guys do, that margin for error is very slim.
Oh, I agree, and especially with it being alternating breaks.
Correct. Yeah, if you in some ways, it's almost a little easier if you're on a roll to, if you're playing winner breaks, to kind of get back into a match. With alternating breaks, boy, it's can become a lot more challenging. He was trying to do a lot with that ball because he was trying to come back and, I think, knock out the 9 ball or come up and create some, kind of reshuffle the deck a little bit up on this end of the table.
But with an open table, it's still open table.
It is still an open table.
But we do have stripes and solids intermingled in the break end of the table that doesn't leave anything exactly totally open.
Looks to me like really the 9 ball is not in a good spot, obviously, because it's right up next to the 1. Every other ball I think you can get shape on. He's going to play this combination and send that 5 ball into the 9 and the 1 over there. Well, at least he tried to do that. And tried to open it up there by playing the combination, sending the 5 ball in there. 5 ball misses those 2 balls, and now they still remain in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, he's got a possibility of, when he takes the 12, putting the cue ball over on the 9.
Oh, for sure, without a doubt. Yeah, he's got a couple of balls down there that he can still do still has opportunities with.
But his other thought, too, is when he breaks that 9 out, he's also breaking the 1 out.
And he's kind of covered the 8-ball a little bit by the 5-ball, too, for the corner pocket. So
yes, absolutely.
So that is something that happened on that shot, and definitely going to be in the back of his mind as he's trying to figure out, plot his next move.
Yeah, that's a good point. Watching upper level or even pro players, unless they're having to break a ball out, they really don't like, as we say, rearranging the furniture, because then you got to change everything that you had planned. And he takes a safety.
Well, at the upper levels of play, control of the table is what is the name of the game, and the last thing you want to do is really kind of lose control and give your opponent the advantage. And this is what you call a good old-fashioned trap shot here. Ron has left Mike an opportunity to bank the 7 and break out the 1-ball on his race, on his way to get out solids. But, of course, he's
left him with some
trap.
Pretty good options on safeties if he opted to go that way.
It's
down table off the 6, but he's going to go. He's going to go with the 7.
The trap here is if he doesn't make the 7. He does play a safety.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And tied the 9 up even further by moving the 7 over on it.
Well, as we said, it's all about control. When the players are this good, you don't anticipate getting many shots, so you have to make the most of every one of them. Ron he's just going to return the favor here.
Yep.
He's just going
yeah, because if he hadn't, Mike would have had an option there. 1-9-7. The 7 was pretty well set for the corner. Until Ron moved everything. But they're playing position play now. It's like a game of chess. Get all your pawns in place. There we go.
Well, the one thing that Ron did that was slightly in Mike's favor, I would think, is that when he played his last safety there, he left the 6-ball sort of in front of the 9. I'm not sure if Mike can make that 6-ball or not, but one thing for sure, Ron cannot make the 9-ball down there. And if that 6-ball can be made, Mike will know it. To me, it kind of looks like it does, but you have to get just the right...
Get the perfect angle to get in there to cut it down the rail.
You have to get just the right spot in order to do it.
Oh, and he floated right in.
Boy,
but missed
that might have worked
if ball. Yeah.
If I think he could have maybe have been ready to accept that shot had he made it on that 6-ball, because that was some nice shape.
But he definitely opened the 7 up now. There's definitely a good gap.
He did. Still a couple of... there's still a couple of shots here that Ron is going to have to really think about. That 9-ball's in a terrible spot. That 5-ball are blocking the pocket for the 8-ball, so that's...
And I'm not sure from this angle if the 5, you're going to have a real good position to take it into that corner.
Well, I think it is a little difficult to tell. I believe that perhaps if you get on the high side of it, you can kind of back cut it, but it's hard to tell, and we'll see if we even get to that point.
Right.
Ron is really thinking about what he wants to do here.
Yeah, so it looks like he's going to go for
the combination is...
It's a tough combo, but it looks like that's what he's calling.
Well,
because he's in about as good a position as you could possibly get for that combo. If you're going to go for it, now would be the time to do it. Yep, he's saying combo.
A little bit better look for you here.
Absolutely. Oh.
He didn't want that 9 ball to go over there.
Nope.
That 2 ball is going to be there in perpetuity until Mike feels confident he's going to run out here.
Oh, he's good on the 7.
Well, it's really let's face it, it's the 4 ball here that's a little bit tricky.
Yeah.
This is the men's gold division. This is for the driver's seat. So this is, oh, wow, what shape. Oh,
Yeah,
man, that was a nice shot.
Yeah.
Would you want to be spotting this guy 2 games in a race to 7? I'm not sure that I would.
Yeah. Nice on the.
Yeah,
And with that moving that to 5, that really opened
just
the table
spin
up.
it forward 2 rails here. Come back out for the 8.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure where Ron was really trying to go with that 9, because if it was a combo, it was way off, and it opened the table.
No, he was trying to play safety, but I think what he was trying to do is he was trying to hit it. The 8 ball was sitting maybe a foot out from the corner pocket. I think what he was trying to do is he was trying to hit the 8 ball and have that ball stay on the left side of the 8 ball. Instead, what it did is it hit the right half of the 8 ball, and it kind of skidded that way, and so that's what ended up happening. He really would have loved that ball to have stayed on the left half of that 8 ball.
Yep, that was.
But
that was pretty well.
You know what they say, best laid plans.
Absolutely, and when you come down to safety play, a lot of times, as we say, it's the first player that blinks, and the other player gets out.
Well, Mike Page now has a slight statistical advantage, according to FargoRate, to win this match. And one would certainly, at least anecdotally, think so as well, because Mike has to go to 5, Ron has to go to 7. So Ron 6 games away, Mike 4 games away from the win. This is table number 1 here at Chula Vista Resort.
And if these guys at this level, basically, if they get a decent break, could possibly run out. And if they hold serve on their breaks with the alternating break, to me, that gives Mike a little bit more of an advantage as well.
Well, what we saw that last game was both players attempting to kind of control the table because there was not a clear run out for a while. So, Ron kind of hit that shot where he was trying to break out his balls there and left a window of opportunity for Mike, and he took full advantage of it. So you would kind of expect that out of these guys, that mistakes are going to be costly. He's going to shoot the 13 ball here, probably leave himself for the 12. And ball is also another good option too. I'm just trying to clear the balls off of that end of the table so he can begin his work in earnest on the top side of this 8 ball. Ron wanting to get pretty straight on that ball, and he has done so. He has just that ever so slight angle toward the 6. Let's see how he plays it here. If he tries to just nudge that 6 a little forward or leave the cue ball there, or maybe he can avoid the 6 altogether.
I can't tell if that 12 goes cleanly by that 6.
Oh, yeah, for sure it does. Yep.
Does it?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And he nudged it just as you called it.
Yeah. It was more of a matter of, flirting with that 6 ball was out of necessity. He sure didn't want to, but he used that 6 as kind of a stopper.
Yeah, has he got a clean shot on the 15?
I believe he does. He's got a clean shot on the 15 ball. Probably deciding how to shoot it. He's going to go forward with this a little bit. Come off this bottom rail back out.
Oh,
that was a good shot.
Perfect.
That was a good shot.
Right back out for the 14.
It was a little fraught with danger. If it hits one of those balls and kind of skids to a bad spot, but that was well done.
Yes, it was.
Just going to draw this over for the 11. Well, you can kind of spin it around 3 rails, or he can kind of try to draw it some. He elects to not try to really better the shape and just pocket the ball. It's a pretty makeable shot from here. Well, from here, the booth, it's a very makeable shot. But from down there, it's also a shot you would have to think he'd feel pretty good about.
Yeah, and that's a break and run.
And it's 2-1 now.
Yep.
So that evens it up pretty much. Mike Page still only needs 4. Ron now needs 5. But even though that is the case, Ron still with the slight edge according to FargoRate.
Yep, we'll see how Mike's break is this time. Right now the players are basically holding serve as far as the breaker has won each of their games. Ron broke first, and with the alternating break he broke the 3rd rack, and he's won both of those, and Mike broke the 2nd rack and did give Ron some opportunities, but he prevailed. Drops a ball on the break, so he'll continue to shoot with an open table.
His first shot is a... tell you, that's a little tricky. Probably going to have to end up shooting solids here. He's got the 4 ball. Doesn't go down to that other corner. Going to have to shoot it in the side, and not to mention that he has to shoot it while cueing over the 5 ball. I think he's gonna play safe here. He does not like that first shot.
All right. And that's another option that a lot of players forget about. Even on an open table, you can still play safe. Even though that suit has not been declared at that point.
Well, it's 2-1 now. Ron has a 58% chance to prevail over Mike according to FargoRate. Solids looking pretty darn good here.
Yep, and
probably going to try to nip this and shoot for the 6. I'm guessing. Probably try to take it over where that 15 ball is a little bit. Decides to relocate the 6 with the shot.
Sets himself up on the 4. He's got all his work down at the head of the table after he drops the 4. And the 8 ball is middle of the table on the 50-yard line and with an easy shot at either corner or either side once he clears his balls.
Just going to roll this ball forward a little bit, I think, here.
Yeah.
Take the 3 in the corner. Oh, he really gets into it. That was a very nice shot. Leaves himself several options. On shooting the 7 ball here, he has a couple of ways to be able to play this run out. Well, he has a lot of ways to play this run out. All the balls are pretty much right down in that same vicinity. He's left himself a little straight on that 3 ball. We'll see if he tries to elect to play for that 1 ball now. I'm guessing he probably will. Yes, he does.
Perfect.
Well, he's going to go forward with this ball. Off that short reel, maybe over to that long reel. Touch it about maybe that first diamond.
Yep, that's what he's looking at, that to get the spot there.
He wants
to take the 2 back in the side.
Well, what he wants to do is he wants to get either straight in on the ball or maybe even just a shade past straight on the ball, because he wants to be able to cut. He wants to be able to shoot it in such a way that he's cutting away from the 6 ball in this shot.
Yeah.
Hits right there. Oh, he got all of that one. He got all of that one, didn't he?
Yes.
Well, I had a chance to hit some balls on this table before the start of play today, and I can tell you one thing. It is going to make you play true. It is the Simonis cloth, the tournament blue. It is like greased lightning, and the pockets, the Pro Cut pockets, they are going to make you. They're going to keep you honest.
We've been hearing that, and this is day 3. I've been hearing it since day 1 on Wednesday that the tables are play fast. There's nothing slow about them, and that's just that's Simonis cloth and good diamond tables.
Boy, that bad boy billiard crew, they sure do a good job of putting on these tables, and the tournament in general has been pretty much running like clockwork.
Right, and these Cyclops balls are everything's kept good and clean, and tables are level. I haven't seen a table that's had any roll off or any problems.
This bad boy crew, they're the ones that do the CSI National 8-ball tournament, and so they're used to putting in all those tables and shuffling them around. They do this all year round, and they are very good at it.
Oh, absolutely. Matter of fact, they've got a couple of crews, because right now they have 2 events going on.
That's right. They have one going out in the Northwest, right?
Yeah, out in the West. Out on the West Coast, out in Lincoln, Oregon.
Yep.
At Chinook Winds.
Area.
Yeah.
Chinook Winds. Almost ended up out there myself. However, very happy to be here in Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin. This Chula Vista Resort. What a beautiful place as well.
Yeah, this is they do such a great job. We're really looking forward to it over in Michigan. This will be their first year to run our state tournament. We're really looking forward to Bad Boys and having diamond equipment, having the premium equipment and the premium crew running the operation.
And you have CSI certified referees that are there to show you. There, you see that 11th Michigan BCAPL State Championships, June 8th through the 12th.
And my understanding that this is the first year that out-of-state BCA players will be able to compete in that.
He's got a thin cut to 6 and then come, a little...
Not quite enough, yeah. Caught just the point on the side pocket.
Pulls out the Ginsu when just a regular steak knife might have done there.
Yeah.
Then cuts it a little thinner than he probably needed to.
But I guess Mike back to the table.
It does. And Mike, you know, you would think he played a safety to.
You think he's going to back cut to 6 for the corner? Nope. He's on stripes. My fault.
Yeah, that probably would not have been a good choice. That's all right. I forget. We were chatting anyway about that Michigan tournament.
Yeah.
So Mike Page comes up to shoot this 13 now. The 14 comes next. That 15 ball is still sitting in kind of a weird spot, isn't it?
It is.
Maybe he tries to go into it now.
Well, I don't know if he's going to go into it once he clears.
Well, I'll tell you what I think he's.
If the 11's out of the way, he opens up 2 directions for it.
What I think he's going to try to do here, shoot this 11. He'll try to draw back for the 9 and then come back down to this reel so he can shoot that ball back up in that same corner he just played the 11.
Yeah. Ooh. He got close to his work there.
You know, this game so far, both players have been using really delicate and careful speed. But to this moment, this game, both players have kind of let the speed get away from him a little bit.
He opts for
Plays a safety, but he gets it. I don't think that ball can be made.
No.
Ball can't be made. So
I think he can contact it, but it doesn't go to the pocket.
Well, he can contact it, but he's going to have to use some kind of draw or something because that.
Well, he's looking at a bank.
I
don't know.
It's difficult to see from here. I mean, he might be able to see more of it than we think. To me, it looks like if he shaves out the edge of that 6, that cue ball might make a beeline for that corner pocket, but you would think he would know that. So he will. Very strong player, so he'll definitely account for that, you would think. Called it cross side, I believe. Massey? Well, maybe you can see it.
Got a pretty good bit of it, but I think it's going to be a bad roll here.
Well, that
it's
ball
pulled up.
It stopped a little short.
I thought he was going to scratch there the way it was moving, but it slowed down.
Well, it's 2-1 here. Ron leads Mike Page. Ron statistically has the advantage to win this match. Oh, Mike Page tries to cut that ball, doesn't quite make it, and Ron very excited to get back to the table here. He was shooting out of the corner, off the rail. He had to make that thin cut on the 9 and kind of hold shape for the 9 ball. It was not the world's easiest play. There was a lot going on in his mind, but Ron going to take advantage of that, ball in hand. And Ron pulls ahead 3-1 in this race. Ron going to 7, Mike Page going to 5. This is the 2016 BCAPL Wisconsin State Championship at the Chula Vista Resort and Water Park. Nice town, this Wisconsin Dells. It's a little resort town, family area, but I remember coming here as a child. They had storybook gardens and a lot of other places. They've always had the ducks. You could ride on the ducks through the woods, and they kind of plow into the river, and that was always a lot of fun as a kid, too. Lots of different stuff going on here. And they've really tried to make it an adult and area where people can play golf, and couples can come, and also families can come, too. Nice area. This Chula Vista Resort is... the accommodations here are very nice. And, wow, he blasts the balls open, scratches, and Mike Page, who's down 3-1, says, thank you very much. He's coming to the table. He's going to have ball in hand anywhere he likes. And stripes and solids both are sitting in a way that you would think that you would like either of them. I guess I'm going to go solids here. Probably the 1 ball will be his first choice. Perhaps the 5 ball. The 5 ball's down at the other end of the table, so he may elect to save that 1 ball. Well, he's going to go stripes here. Both sets are really in good shape. Either could be run out. Mike Page clearing out the balls on the far side of the table before he moves his positioning down to this end of the table. Mike Page, a 30% favorite at this point to win the match, but if he can finish off this rack, he has the break, and so he's setting himself up to perhaps really even up this match. A little bit awkward, kind of queuing over those 2 balls, but he hits that just about as well as you can. He has this 12 ball. He's going to go forward. Tries to play shape on the 11, which he does. He doesn't want to play over that 6, though. Well, he's pretty flat on that 11 and has to cue over the 6. He does have the option still playing the 14. He's going to draw it, and yeah, that was kind of the problem. He had to sort of force it. If there's one kind of saving grace on the whole situation, he knocks that 5 ball over to that long rail. So at that point, Ron, is going to have to find a way to get that ball out of there. Well, there are several ways to get that 5 ball sort of taken care of as far as getting it out of the way. He could perhaps go off the 2, leave himself an angle on the 2 to go off the 2. He might very well go after it right here. Hit that 4 ball, take it off that long rail, and try to go down and nudge out that 5 ball. If he doesn't go after it here, he still has other opportunities as well. Men's gold division, this is for the driver's seat, folks. This is a big match. Make no mistake about it. Both of these guys would love to win this match. Ron pockets that ball. Leaves himself, so this is the shot right here. This is the one where he has to make something happen with that 5 ball. And he sure does. Wow, what a shot. My goodness. He, I'm not really sure he could hit that much better. He hit the 5 ball, kind of punches it out a little bit, and pockets the stripe. So that it's no longer an impeding ball to the pocket. So now he has the 7 ball. He'll play for the 3 ball next. Comes out a couple of rails. Now he may elect to go end to end here. Normally you would want to leave your key ball sort of on the same side as the 8-ball, but safer play here is going end to end, so he's going to come out 2 rails here to the middle of the table for that 3-ball. 1 rail, 2 rails. Wants a little more. I'm sure he'll be satisfied with that. He's going to go forward with this ball too. Come out, try to play the 8-ball in the corner pocket. Here comes the cue ball back up table, and Ron lines himself up with pretty much a square, straight in the pocket shot. And there you have it. Well, he takes a 4-1 lead. There was a moment there where Mike Page had a chance at the side pocket. Had a chance to run that out, get back in this match. But it was not going to happen off of that game because he overcut the ball a little bit. Next thing you know, Ron comes up, manages to get out, and now takes an 81% likelihood to win this match according to FargoRate. I'm Gennaro Vasquez. You're listening to the Wisconsin State Championships, the BCA Pool Leagues, here in Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin. The Chula Vista Resort. Pretty busy with the pool action here. Haven't had much of a chance to check out any of the water parks. They have an indoor water park for off-season or maybe rainy days. They have an outdoor water park with a slide that I'll tell you, you have to be pretty brave, I think, to want to go down that water slide. That thing is pretty intense. Well, Mike Page breaks, and he busts them wide open and got no ball pocketed. Stripes, solids, both sitting in such a way that not really any obstructions, no 2 balls touching, not really even a ball within much of a radius of each other. Looks like he's going to elect stripes here. He's looking at that 11 ball pretty intensely. I'll probably come off that 11 ball, try to play it out here for that 10. Let's see here. He has to bridge over. That 15. So see how much he tries to do with it. He's going to put a little top right spin on it. Try to spin off with this 10 ball, I believe. He does catches just a little piece of it. Not the worst case scenario. He's still got that 15 pretty much straight in the other side. Sure would have liked to get the 10 ball there, because then from that point forward, it's pretty much a stop shape out. And he can get back to that here. Let's see what he does with this 15 ball. Going to most likely take out this 13 ball at this point. I don't think sort of an interesting leave, because he has a couple of choices here as far as how to play this 13 ball. In fact, the 1 ball is not, you wouldn't think really wouldn't impact it. If he tries to come out 2 rails, that 2 ball could kind of cause a little danger. Also, he has to be aware of the 3 ball. The 3 ball is really the ball that could potentially act as a blocker for the cue ball to come back out of shape on that 13. 4-1. Table number 1, men's gold division. This is for the driver's seat. He's shooting that 13 ball. Looks like he's loading it up with some inside English. Doesn't want to touch any ball here. He shot that very nicely. That was a big shot, simply because he does not want to catch a piece of that 3 and kind of careen out of shape. Ball will be the ball of choice. I think what he's going to look to do here is take this to the top rail after he shoots the. He's thinking about the 12 ball because there's a window there for the 9. He'll shoot the 14 ball and try to float between the 10 and the 4 off that top rail, so that he either has the 9 in the side or the 10 in the corner. Kind of trying to play multi-positional shape here. And that's exactly what he tried to do. He wanted to get on the 10 ball. I'm sure he would have loved that. Instead, but the good news is he's on that 9 ball. He played it 2 ways there. It was a really smart way to do it, because if he falls short, he plays the 9 ball. He goes a little long, he plays the 10 ball. He's going to draw this ball just a tad. To the rail, drag it back out for the 10 in that corner. He's going to roll it kind of little nip shot to drag this 10 ball into the corner pocket. A little nip draw to bring the cue ball over for the 12 ball straight in the corner pocket down here on the right side. Pretty good shape. He can pocket that ball, kind of twist it in a little bit, and he'll have, again, kind of like another little nip draw shape for the 8 ball. Oh, he was trying to hold shape. He does that little stun shot. He could have just put a full stroke into it, went to the rail, maybe, and spun back out a little bit. Had just an ever so slight angle away from that 12 ball, but he tries to stun it, which was probably the right way to play it. But in doing so, he underhits the ball, and somehow Mike Page finds himself at the table in a situation that I'm sure he was wondering if he'd have any opportunity at the table. Just left himself a 1 ball shot here. Half ball cut. Nicely done. Brings it down table now. He can shoot this 4 ball. He'll drag it back a little bit for the 6. There we go. He'll play this ball back, most likely for the 5 ball on the side. If he can shoot a stop shape on it. And he didn't quite get stop shape on it, so he'll probably shoot the 7 ball. The 7 ball's pretty straight in. We'll see how he elects. He'll probably just draw back a foot or so. Does that. Pockets a 3. Can use the 12 ball pretty much to stop himself. 12 ball will be a stopper. Hold the cue ball right there. Instead, he elects to kind of spin it around the 12 ball. That was a nice shot. 5 ball on the side. Just a little sweet little kiss on the 12 ball, or the 8 ball in the side pocket. And there you have it. Wow, it did not look like Mike Page was going to get an opportunity at the table there. Ron just trying to hold the ball a little bit too much, kind of undercut it. And somehow Mike Page finds himself running down the balls and pockets the 8 ball and gets himself back into this thing. More or less now a race to 3. Ron going to 7, Mike going to 5. FargoRate giving Ron a 2-1 advantage to statistically to win this match. He's making sure that head ball is good and tight. He definitely wants to break and run this one. I can feel it. I can sense it from him that he is. You really feel that energy all the way 15 feet up in the air here. That you can tell how badly he wants to atone for that miss. And that was a good break. Wow, that was a good break. Just one ball. That's, well, there's a couple of balls. He's going to have to shoot solids here, which I think aren't really that bad. The ball that's really a tricky ball is the 4 ball here. Also, the 7 is, which is nearly on the spot, doesn't have a convenient home. However, I think he can shoot this 5 ball right now. He has a kind of a choice to make because that 5 ball sort of is shot to get on the 7, but might also be the best ball to get on the 4. I think that 4 can be made in the side. It just has to be. I think the 4 ball can be made. It just has to be shot from just the right way. Kind of looking at that right now, figuring out where do I have to get that ball in order to make it. Lots of considerations here. Does he wait and try to shoot that 4 on the side, another shot? Does he try to get position on the 7? No, he's going to definitely play that 4 ball. Should be pretty obvious here. He's drawing. That was definitely a good hit. We have Ron coming to the table now. He's looking pretty confident, moving with authority. You can tell he has an intense look on his face, but at the same time, he is pretty well locked in on this table. That 7 ball still in a bit of a tricky spot. I wouldn't be too surprised here. He's going to probably shoot. He'll probably shoot the 1 ball next. Though he may want to try to get shape on this 7 ball right away. So he may elect to shoot this 6 ball and play shape for the 7. Doesn't want to wait for it. He'd rather go end to end. And he's going forward with this to try to get shape on that 7. Which he does for that side pocket. Ooh, that was, he had to kind of force that one a little bit. That was, these guys, I'll tell you, they earn their ratings sometimes. That 8 ball is still kind of tricky too. Can't really tell if it goes in that corner pocket past the 12 ball. Boy, if it does, that is, you had a good perspective of it there. If that goes in that corner pocket, that is going to be plenty tight. Maybe half ball at best. Well, the 7 ball has become a fairly big shot here. He hit it well. Doesn't get on the 3. He'll shoot this 1 ball. Leave it a little bit on, probably on the high side of the 3, or even with the 3. So he has a nice cut. There he goes. Just about perfect. Just about perfect. I don't know if that 8 ball goes past the 12. If it doesn't, he can still get it up table, play it in the side, or that same corner he's playing a 3. We'll see what he elects to do. If he plays for that 8 in the corner where the 12 is, it must be much clearer than I thought from here. Yeah, he does. He does pretty much the wise thing here, in my opinion, and plays for that side pocket. Well, these guys are some good shooters. Seeing an excellent display of how you play this game. They both make it look pretty easy. Both make it look pretty easy. This Fargo rating system is helping determine the races. It's a very interesting concept because not only are you rated for the tournament, so you come in with a specific rating for the tournament, but your race for each match can change. Maybe one match you race to 7, the next match maybe to 5, maybe the next match to 6, maybe the next match to 7. It's a comparative rating, so it takes your opponent's rating and your rating for each match and tries to figure out the fairest race for each of you based on your Fargo rating. So it's an interesting concept, and we've seen some pretty fun, evenly played matches here at the Chula Vista Resort and Water Parks. Well, both players have said, we're going to take a brief timeout, so let's do the same thing. I'm Gennaro Vasquez, live at Chula Vista Resort and Water Park. And we're back here at table number 1, Chula Vista Resort and Water Park. Mike Page is down by a score of 5-2 to Ron Dobosenski. Ron racing to 7 is considered an 81% favorite to win this match. Mike Page with 2 games racing to 5. Statistically, FargoRate says Mike has a 19% chance to still prevail in this match. Coming up to break here. Pockets a ball. Those balls spread kind of weird. That's really the best way to describe it. But I'll tell you what, those solids look pretty tasty as far as a run-out are concerned. The toughest one probably going to be that 7 ball, but I do believe he can make that ball if he gets just the right angle on it. 1 ball is most likely his first shot simply because he doesn't have much of another shot. 2 ball looks a little tight going by that 15 ball, but Mike must certainly believe that it does. I'm going to go forward with it. Watch out for that 14. Nicely played around there. Well, I can't tell if he can make that 7 ball from there or not. If he can't, he'll be playing the 4 ball. It's a little tricky because it's thin. He's going to draw out of it. That was a good shot. That was a really good shot. Ron wants to come over and get a look at that. I don't really feel like there's much of a chance that there's could be a bad hit here, but really, because the 11 ball, it was, he was going to shoot the 7 ball. Is what I was referring to. He shoots the 3 ball, and boy, you know, I think a little bit. I think he wanted to shoot the 7. Might have gotten his head a little bit and misses the 3 ball. Oh, there's no rail. Oh, how did that happen? Wow. He was trying to just keep the cue ball there. He did need to shoot that little kind of nip in order to try to keep the cue ball there, but he did not get enough oomph to get the ball to the rail. So that is a ball in hand foul now to Mike Page. Mike shoots it fairly soft, leaves himself a cut that has the cue ball going down table for the 3 ball. Watch out for that side. Oh. He plays it. He knew it was there. He knew the scratch was there. He played it just so it would stay on this side of the side pocket. 3 ball. And you would think he looks to be the favorite to win this game. Well, we started off with a race for Ron to 7, race to Mike to 5, but it has boiled down to a race to 2 for these two gentlemen. This is an extremely important match as well, because this is the gold division, the highest division here at the Wisconsin State Championships. It's the gold division. This is for the driver's seat. So this is the winner's side. This is for the driver's seat. The person that wins this will be guaranteed a top spot in this tournament. Ron would love dearly to be able to run this out and get on the hill. You see that I'm going to take a guess that the FargoRate system that shows on the screen is probably could be updated. 64% chance now it gives Ron as an opportunity to prevail in this match. Well, Mike Page comes up. He's got an open table. He's got ball in hand. And I'll tell you what, he's got a really good chance, I think, here to move up onto the hill. I'd be very surprised if he don't shoot that 12 ball right now. The 14 ball is also not in a great spot, so he's going to elect to shoot that first. The reason why the 14 isn't in a great spot is because it's all the way down the other end of the table, and he does not want to mess with that. So what he's doing here is he's leaving himself a position. He's going to want to get on that 12 ball ASAP. Now, he can do it using this 11, kind of floating off the rail, which is what he's going to do. Does not want to have to shoot over that ball, though. Looks like he can maybe kind of shoot around the ball. That was a nice shot. Oh, hold on, cue ball. Wow, that one had to hit that thin, all right. Got away from him just a little bit. So this what was sitting as a pretty good spot just a minute ago is now looking a little tougher for Mike Page. Might have to thin slice that ball on the side, possibly. If he does that, the cue ball goes into the 7. Not a great option in some ways, because the cue ball kind of goes skating off. Another option is, I guess he could play the combination. He's playing the combination. Boy, if he makes that, that is a good shot, because that is no easy combination. He's cutting away from the 13. Oh, he was playing, trying to play the carom. Well, he would sure have loved to have gotten out there, but he didn't do so. Leaves Ron pretty straight in on this 6 ball. Not sure Ron's going to be able to do much to get down the table. He potentially could force it, cheat the pocket and force it to go down table, or draw it back and out. He can draw it back and out. And he got all of that one too. Not especially happy with the way he hit that one, but it works out pretty good, because now he's got the 4 ball. He can just put the cue ball forward just a tad and kind of bump that 3 ball just a little bit. Doesn't want to bump the 3 ball too much, though, because he doesn't want to send it up near those other solids. The gold division driver's seat on the line. Feel the tension from up here. Ron is really bearing down here, trying to take a look at these shots. Both of these guys, excellent shooters. Gonna shoot the 7 ball here. I'm sure he would love to get on the 2 ball next. That was a nice shot. Just kind of let it float forward, maybe a half a rotation or so he can play this 2 ball and kind of draw it back out to the middle of the table just a touch. Gets it out back to the middle of the table. That 8 ball is it's very makeable position, but there is the 15 ball that's right there. That's going to ensure that it keeps things interesting all the way up to the last minute here. He'll just pretty much stop this, maybe draw back a couple inches. Come off the 1, come out 1 reel, leave himself for the 8 ball down in the corner pocket where he's standing. Got to get over this long rail, though. Look at that. Shot that like he's was born to shoot it. That's a perfect shot. And he pockets the 8 ball. That puts him on the hill now. And that puts Mike in a pretty bad spot, because we're going to an even game now. It is Mike's break. So if Mike intends to make this hill, this opportunity to break and run, you would sure think would be weighing heavily on his mind, how much he would love to do that. There is, of course, the caveat: if you bust the balls open and things don't work out, somehow you scratch, or maybe a ball doesn't find a hole, bust them that wide open, you get run. But at this point, I don't think he's going to be cautious or shy about this. I think he is green light the whole way for trying to run this out. He's going to bust these balls. He does not pout. Yep, a ball does. Last man standing find its way in the side pocket, but they did not. Boy, those balls did not spread quite as well as I think he would have liked. There's a lot of balls in this quadrant, this lower left quadrant of the table. Stripes are marginally better here. He's going to play the combination, which, according to CSI rules, you can play on an open table. You can play a combination of any balls. You just can't use that 8-ball, of course, as a first ball part of a combo. CSI, BCAPL rules in effect for the purposes of this tournament. Using the FargoRate system that helps determine the races of to provide the most evenly handicapped match possible. Ron's on the hill. Mike, he's going to have to come with some shots to find a way to get himself on the hill here. The table did not spread very well when he broke it, so we'll see what he comes up with. We're at the Chula Vista Resort. Calls the side pocket, I guess, is what he says. Oh, wow. How did that ball end up in... Oh, the cue ball got kicked around, it got shaved off a ball, and somehow finds its way in the corner pocket. Oh, that was... Wow, that's potentially very costly here. These solids now are pretty much wide open. Right for the picking here. He's got the 1 ball. He can elect to draw it back for the 2 ball now, or he can come back for the 2 ball. He's got a lot of options here. Shoot the 5 ball. He's going to thin slice this to bring it back out to the middle of the table. Maybe put a little bit of inside English on this. So hold up the cue ball tangent line a little bit. Keeps it down on the right side of the table. Probably try to get on the 4 ball here. Okay, well, he decides to go ahead and play for the 7. He'll make that 7, clean up these 2 balls on the right side of the table. Going to use the 2 ball as his key ball. 2 in the corner. You would think 8 ball on the side. Pretty much at this point, dot to dot. He'll draw this ball just a little bit right out to the middle of the table. Just a shade of draw. 1 tip of low. He hits it really well. Gets pretty much straight in. Certainly good enough that he can just shoot a little stop shot, or he can draw it back a couple inches for the 8 in the corner too if you like. But no, he's like, no, I'm just going to pound that ball home and shoot the 8 ball in the side pocket. And that's going to win him this match. Ron Dobosenski goes ahead and he wins this match, moves into the driver's seat. Mike Page drops to the 1-loss side, but he's not out of this thing yet. Well, more action on table 1 of this 2016 BCAPL